What if I told you the 2024 US election wasn't just about votes, but power, tech, and a whole lot of money? Welcome back to Hey How You Doing podcast, the Conspiracy Files, where we don't say what's true, we say what people think is true. Today we're diving headfirst into one of the internet's hottest rabbit holes. Did Donald Trump and Elon Musk steal the US election? Before we start, disclaimer. This podcast explores conspiracy theories for entertainment and critical thinking purposes only. We're not claiming these theories are true, just that they're out there and people believe them. All right, buckle up. Let's rewind to Donald Trump's last term. Government shutdowns, impeachments, plural. January 6th, COVID-19 chaos, mass protests, and Twitter fingers on nuclear triggers. Conspiracy theorists on both sides had a field day. Some said Trump was draining the swamp. Others said he was the swamp, filled with billionaires and shady backdoor deals. And now, he's back, running again, with more support from tech elites than ever before. Or is he? Now let's talk about Elon, richest man alive, space cowboy, Twitter owner, Dogecoin lover, X, formerly Twitter, CEO, alleged free speech savior. In the lead up to the 2024 election, Musk bought Twitter, unbanned Trump, boosted right-wing content under the free speech banner, claimed he was neutral, but shared memes and posts supporting Republican ideas. Oh, and quietly donated to civic tech causes and candidates. Cue conspiracy theory number 1. Musk used Twitter to manipulate the election. Some say Musk created an algorithmic echo chamber, subtly boosting Trump and suppressing opposition voices. With bots, censorship claims, and follower boosts, was Twitter X the new ballot box? Around election time, there were whispers of Musk rewarding loyalty, crypto giveaways, job offers, influencer contracts, and a lot of quiet funding behind media platforms leaning right. Conspiracy theory number 2, Musk bribed influencers to swing public opinion. Then there's the pay-to-post theory, that Musk's Twitter monetization rewarded creators who praised Trump and bashed Biden. Some claimed it wasn't just free speech, it was a financial incentive to shape the political narrative. Now this is where it gets extra spicy. In early 2024, Trump hinted at making Musk a tech czar in a future administration. Musk replied with fire emojis, then denied involvement, then hinted again. Conspiracy theory number 3. Trump promised Elon political power in exchange for influence. Imagine that. Trump in office, Musk in charge of national AI, space, and communication policy. Is this the next evolution of power, or the final boss of tech bro dictatorship? Let's rapid fire some of the wildest theories circulating Reddit, TikTok, and beyond. The Neuralink Voter Hack. Musk's brain chip program secretly tests tech to influence voters' brains. Trump AI clone. The real Trump is in hiding. The one we see is deepfake enhanced. Starlink Surveillance. Musk's satellites used to monitor poll activity and shift results. The Mars escape plan. If the election fails, they have bunkers on Mars. Yes, Mars. The X-Files. A secret plan to replace the IRS with Twitter X. Because why not? Oh, the Neuralink Voter Hack. Now that's a wild and juicy one. Let's expand it into a full conspiracy theory the way the internet loves to do it, with a mix of sci-fi, tech paranoia, and a dash of real-world facts that get twisted just enough to sound plausible. Now, if you thought your smartphone was listening to you, buckle up, because the next conspiracy says your brain might already be rigged. Introducing the Neuralink Voter Hack. So here's how this one goes. What is Neuralink? Let's start with reality. Neuralink is Elon Musk's brain-computer interface startup. The idea is to implant tiny chips in human brains, so people can eventually control devices with their minds, cure neurological disorders, enhance memory, and maybe merge with AI someday. As of 2024, Neuralink has begun human trials. People really are walking around with Musk chips in their skulls. Just a few, and for medical reasons. But to conspiracy theorists, that's just the beginning. The theory how it hacked the vote. According to this theory, Neuralink isn't just about helping people, it's about controlling people. Here's the basic story. The chip collects data on your thoughts, emotional responses, and decision-making patterns. Once implanted, the chip can influence brain chemistry, nudging emotions like fear, excitement, or tribal loyalty. Neuralink, secretly in partnership with shadowy government actors, or the real deep state, uses this tech to subtly steer political beliefs. During the 2024 election, the theory goes, people with early Neuralink chips were unknowingly influenced to vote for a specific candidate. Guess who? Yep, Trump. Some even claim they don't need millions of chips. They just need influencers. Manipulate 500 minds and you manipulate 500,000 followers. The ultimate puppet show, the viral TikTok version. This theory blew up in fringe spaces on Telegram and TikTok, where users posted things like, why did Neuralink get FDA approval right before the election? They're beta testing mind control under the disguise of medical research. It's MK Ultra 2.0, but now with Bluetooth. Some even claimed that Starlink satellites were used to transmit signals directly to Neuralink chips, like over-the-air political software updates for your brain. Yes, it's out there, but people eat it up. Why do people believe this? Because it hits all the right notes for conspiracy thinkers. Real tech that sounds scary, Musk's involvement, a polarizing figure equals instant clicks, election anxiety, historical context, MK Ultra, brainwashing, CIA mind control. Plus, it feels like science fiction. That's almost science fact. And in a world where people already believe 5G causes mind control, Neuralink feels like the final boss. What's the danger? Belief in this kind of theory isn't harmless. It delegitimizes real science and medical breakthroughs. It convinces people they no longer have free will. It breeds paranoia toward tech, democracy, and other citizens. And it opens the door for actual manipulation, not by brain chips, but by influencers pushing fear and selling merch. As always, fear sells, and the Neuralink Voter Hack is a bestseller in conspiracy circles. So did Elon Musk really hack the election through your skull? Probably not. But the fear of being controlled, that fear, that's real. And it's being weaponized every day on your feed. Stay woke, but like actually woke. Not fake woke, rage click. They're putting chips in our babies woke. This has been your bonus conspiracy drop on Smoke and Mirrors. Want more? You know what to do. Like, follow, and share it with your favorite tinfoil hat friend. The Trump AI clone conspiracy theory is one of the wilder ones out there, blending deepfakes, AI, body doubles, and a heavy dose of he doesn't look the same anymore energy. Let's flesh it out the way conspiracy communities love to do, with just enough real tech and behavioral shifts to make it sound spooky plausible. Okay, so imagine this. The year is 2020. Donald Trump loses the presidency, disappears for a few weeks, and then re-emerges. But something's off. He sounds different. He moves differently. His skin looks smoother. His tweets aren't quite as unhinged. He's less orange somehow. And some say, that ain't him. That's a clone. Or worse, an AI-generated deepfake puppet. Welcome to the Trump AI clone conspiracy. Like most conspiracy theories, it starts with observation plus imagination. Here's what believers noticed. His voice sounds slightly different in interviews. Slower, softer, more measured. His appearance changes, from bloated and red to suspiciously fresh. His mannerisms don't always match old Trump, fewer hand gestures, less interrupting, more teleprompter friendly. On some occasions, Trump gives interviews where the camera never cuts, and his face looks oddly plasticky. Put that together with the rise of deepfake technology and AI voice synthesis, and you've got the perfect storm for a clone theory. So how would it work? Real Trump is gone. Either he's in hiding, medically unfit, or taken out by his enemies. A team, some say the CIA, others say Musk, and others say a secret MAGA tech lab, created a deepfake AI avatar of Trump. Using AI voice cloning and body doubles, this Trump can now appear in public, post on social media, and even participate in rallies, without actually being real. The clone is programmed to appeal to swing voters, sound more polished, and say the right things at the right time, unlike the unpredictable real Trump. It's the perfect political weapon, the charisma of Trump, without the chaos. There are a few different versions. The body double swap theory. They say multiple Trumps appear at different events, one thinner, one fatter, one with a rounder face, one's for TV, one's for rallies, one's for jail time. The metaverse Trump theory. This theory says Trump uploaded himself to a simulation, and the current version is a virtual AI running in the background of the media. The biotech clone theory. In this darker variant, Trump was cloned years ago, and there are multiple Trump clones awaiting activation, like a MAGA version of the Matrix. This conspiracy didn't come out of nowhere. It's powered by real stuff, deep fakes that can mimic anyone's face or voice almost perfectly. AI voice synthesis tools that require only a few minutes of audio to clone speech patterns. Hollywood-level facial prosthetics and masks, used by body doubles for decades. Trump's heavy use of teleprompters and pre-recorded messages in recent years. Add to that the fact that AI-generated images and videos are now good enough to fool millions, and you've got the ingredients for this theory to thrive, because it explains everything they can't reconcile. Why isn't he as fiery as before? Why doesn't he post on Twitter X directly anymore? Why does he look so different from one event to the next? And most importantly, it keeps the myth of Trump alive. If he ever says something people don't like, they can just say, that's not the real Trump. That's the clone. It's the ultimate way to never be wrong. Convenient, huh? Here's why this theory is more than just weird. It feeds the idea that nothing is real, so any lie can be defended. It helps political figures escape accountability. Fake Trump said that, not real Trump. It gives conspiracy grifters endless content to monetize. And it spreads tech paranoia that undermines faith in any public appearance. In a world where truth is already fragile, the Trump AI clone theory breaks it completely. So is Trump actually a clone, a digital puppet, a projection from inside the Pentagon? Unlikely, but that doesn't stop people from believing it and reshaping reality to fit their favorite fiction. Because when you don't want to accept that your leader is flawed or aging or changing, it's easier to say he was replaced. This has been another mind melter from Smoke and Mirrors. Keep your tin foil folded, your sources double-checked, and your mind just open enough. The Mars Escape Plan Conspiracy Theory. This one's a fan favorite in the doomsday forums, tech skeptic subreddits, and late-night YouTube rabbit holes. It mixes real science, billionaire egos, climate dread, and elite paranoia into one juicy narrative. Okay, picture this. Earth is falling apart. The oceans are rising. The food is poisoned. The air is unbreathable. And just when things hit the boiling point, the billionaires launch their rockets and leave us behind. Welcome to the Mars Escape Plan, the conspiracy that says the global elite are secretly building a new world on the red planet, not for exploration, but for evacuation. Let's break it down. The theory claims that Elon Musk's SpaceX, along with NASA, DARPA, and a few ultra-wealthy families, are preparing Mars as a safe haven for Earth's elite. Not in 100 years, not in 50, but soon, and secretly. Why? Because they know something the rest of us don't. According to believers, the elite already know. Climate change is past the point of no return. AI will collapse economies and displace billions. Resource wars are coming. Pandemics and bioweapons are being tested. Social order is too fragile to survive another major shock. So rather than fix the planet, they're building a lifeboat on Mars. This isn't about hope for humanity, it's about saving themselves. According to the conspiracy, the escape plan includes Elon Musk, public face of the mission, claims it's for all mankind, but he's already sold off his earthly properties. Jeff Bezos has Blue Origin and his own space ambitions, possibly a rival plan. NASA and DARPA running secret life support and terraforming research in Antarctica and the Moon. The Bilderberg Group and Rothschilds funding the real exodus, off the books, off the radar. Tech elites, top-tier AI developers, biotech CEOs, and crypto billionaires are promised spots on Mars in exchange for their work building digital infrastructure. Believers use key evidence like SpaceX's Mars focus, while Earth struggles with basic issues. Underground bunker purchases by elites, fact New Zealand and Hawaii are hotspots. Increased interest in longevity tech, because the trip might take decades. Private island survival compounds built under the guise of remote retreats. Leaked DARPA projects on extreme life extension, suspended animation, and radiation shielding. And here's a real quote from Musk that fuels the fire. There's going to be a bunch of people who want to stay on Earth, that's fine, but some of us will go. To conspiracy believers, that translates to, enjoy the apocalypse, peasants. People believe this because it taps into real fear about climate, war, and tech. Distrust of billionaires and government, the feeling of being left behind. Truth wrapped in fiction, because parts of it sound plausible. And let's be honest, if you had $200 billion and knew the world was ending, wouldn't you build your own spaceship too? The Mars Escape Plan conspiracy actually shifts people's worldview. It encourages doomerism, Why bother fixing Earth if the rich already gave up? Class rage, they break it, then bail on us. Martyr syndrome, I'll be here surviving while they sip Tang on Olympus Mons. It's not just a sci-fi fantasy, it's a belief, and a dangerous one. As always, follow the money. Alt news channels get clicks selling Mars escape exposes. Doomsday preppers sell gear for those left behind. Crypto pumpers say digital currency will survive after collapse. And even Musk himself benefits. Because this kind of speculation fuels myth, mystery, and free marketing. So is there a real Mars escape plan? Hard to say. But the fear that the people in power will abandon us. That's not sci-fi. That's history. The rest of us? We're left on Earth, wondering if the countdown's already started. Oh yes. Starlink Surveillance is one of those theories that blends space tech, Big Brother paranoia, and just enough truth to make you question everything. Let's dive into it and build out the conspiracy like it's straight out of a late-night AM radio show or viral TikTok. You've heard it's for rural Wi-Fi. You've heard it's for connecting the unconnected. But what if the real purpose of Starlink is surveillance? Welcome to the Starlink Surveillance conspiracy. The belief that Elon Musk's satellite mega network isn't about helping humanity. It's about watching, recording, and controlling it. Let's unpack it like the NSA might be listening. Starlink is a project by SpaceX to launch thousands of small satellites into low Earth orbit to provide global high-speed internet, especially to remote areas. As of now, over 5,000 satellites are already in orbit, with plans for tens of thousands more. Each satellite is capable of beaming down high-speed internet, communicating with each other via lasers, adjusting orbit with onboard AI, constantly observing Earth in real time. Seems helpful, right? But to conspiracy theorists, that's exactly the problem. The theory claims Starlink isn't about Wi-Fi, it's about total surveillance, a Skynet of satellites watching every move, every moment, everywhere. According to believers, Starlink is a private NSA, but better funded, with less oversight, and able to operate globally without jurisdictional limits. It's described as always on, always watching, always recording, and worse, it's allegedly being sold to governments, police forces, and military groups as a turnkey solution for population tracking and behavior prediction. The theory says Starlink satellites can track people and vehicles by heat signature, license plates, and body movement, map social networks by observing gatherings and travel patterns, eavesdrop via laser/infrared-based audio tech, use AI facial recognition from orbit, intercept communications by triangulating digital signals. They claim Starlink can do what street cameras and phones can't, cover every inch of the globe all the time. Some offshoot theories get even deeper. Starlink is feeding behavioral data into AI models to predict and possibly influence elections, protests, and mass psychology. It connects to Neuralink or smartphones to nudge your brain and emotions using EMF frequencies. It could eventually control drones or robots to act on surveillance in real time, policing without humans. Basically, Skynet, but sponsored by SpaceX and backed by data from your iPhone. Because it taps into real existing fears, real-time location tracking already exists on your phone. AI surveillance is real, used in China, UAE, etc. Musk sells Starlink to militaries, including Ukraine, and the US Starlink is outside national law. It's private, global, and unregulated. The Pentagon admitted in 2023 it's interested in using Starlink-like systems for battlefield intel. Plus, Musk is known for being unpredictable and loving control. Common sub-theories include Starlink plus Tesla, = full spectrum domination. Your Tesla watches you on the road. Starlink watches you from space. Together, they create a perfect digital twin of your behavior. Starlink's black budget buyers. Governments denied funding for mass surveillance are secretly buying Starlink data under vague public-private partnership contracts. The kill switch theory. In emergencies, Starlink could be used to shut down communications, isolate entire regions, or blackout descent, with just a keystroke. As always, there's a market for fear. Grifters sell EMF blockers, anti-surveillance hats, and Starlink jammers. Doomsday YouTubers rake in views with Skywatch videos showing satellites. Alt news networks use it to frame Musk as either a villain or a rogue hero. And ironically, the more paranoid people get, the more they talk online, giving the surveillance state more data. This theory, real or not, has real effects. It creates mass distrust in technology. It fuels anti-satellite activism. Some groups are now trying to spot and spoof satellites. and it justifies extremism. We're being watched, we have to fight back. Even if Starlink isn't spying on you today, the fear that it could is enough to reshape global conversations about privacy and power. So, is Starlink really a global surveillance grid? A sci-fi spy net hiding in plain sight? Or is it just a powerful tool, made by humans who, let's be honest, aren't always great at using power wisely? All I know is, next time you look up at the stars, you might want to wave. Are these theories total fiction? Maybe, probably. But what's real is this. The lines between tech, politics, and influence have never been blurrier. And in 2024, maybe the biggest election battleground wasn't the voting booth. Maybe it was your phone. Thanks for tuning in to Hey How You Doing podcast. If you liked this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and drop your wildest conspiracy theory in the comments. Until next time, stay skeptical and stay curious.